Nicola, you teach maths. How do you persuade teenagers that personal finance is a subject worth their time?
Well, I feel that personal finance is not only a route into a huge number of careers, but it also offers the pupils a chance to delve into the complex financial projects that they're going to come across when they start their own adult life, rather than them just being thrown in at the deep end, which is what happened to me, basically. Yeah. I think it's a set of skills that they can utilise regardless of whether they want to take it further in their education, because they're still going to use it in life. And children now or teenagers now are exposed to such expensive items, the games consoles, the mobile phones. And one conversation that I heard was about hair extensions. The girls were chatting about how much hair extensions are. I was horrified. The one girl said to the other, well, how are you going to pay for them? And she said, oh, it's all right, Mum's just going to get them on credit. And I just couldn't believe it. I genuinely could not believe it. So that sparked a whole conversation about, how is that really a beneficial way to spend your money and credit, that sort of thing. So I think it's useful for them, definitely.
The judges of the award were impressed with your money personality quiz. What prompted you to create it?
Well, it stems from a life skills lesson that I delivered for year 8, and I've adapted it for all different age groups over the years, because it highlights a variety of different personalities, different backgrounds, and different experiences will impact on your financial decision making, whether you like it or not. It's just inherent to a lot of things. So I think by understanding and recognizing what their money personality is, how they approach money, how their relationship is with money, then it just gives them a head start in making the right decisions financially going forward.
You've also taken pupils on school trips, including to banks and a trip for sixth form girls to the annual Women Mean Business Conference. Where else would you like to take pupils?
Well, ideally, we'd like to go to the London Stock Exchange, but I know it's not open to the public. But they have a genuine interest in the stocks and the shares and the cryptocurrency and all that sort of thing. That's what they want to do, and that's what they want to straight away when they see finance. That's what they want to delve into, and I think it would be lovely for them to go. I know there's the trading floor situation's gone, that sort of thing, but that would be great. There's a competition that the LIBF run to go to New York, Wall Street, etc. I think that would be amazing, but we've just not won it yet as a school. We try every year, but not yet.
Which financial lesson would you like to teach pupils next?
Well, I'm noticing myself the massive influx of buy now, pay later schemes. You've got Klarna, ClearPay, all those sort of things, and they seem to have just come from nowhere, in my opinion. Maybe because I don't do the buy now, pay later so much, but they've just come from nowhere. And I think that they really need to understand, the real cost of borrowing. It's not just financial, the cost of borrowing. All this buy now, pay later definitely needs addressing, and that's where I'm at with my lesson planning at the moment, really.
Interactive Investor, along with other judges from our Teacher Awards, has written to the UK Education Secretary, stressing the link between young people who are most in need of financial education and financial deprivation. Do you think personal finance in schools could help with the levelling up agenda?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the Skills and Post 16 Education Bill that's in process now is promoting apprenticeships. And I really think that they are key for financial services providers to engage with, because I don't think they do some, but I don't think they do enough, really. I've got one pupil at the moment who's at the final stages with Santander, and he's got right through an apprenticeship, and he's really, really excited about the thought of earning and learning at the same time, which itself is a skill. So they're looking at maybe encouraging the apprenticeships, but also the entrepreneurs from all walks of life, arming them with the basic budgeting, tax, giving them the confidence to go and set up on their own. And it doesn't matter regardless of background then. And I think that will, local and devolved governments could encourage this in line with their levelling up programme, definitely.
What was your own financial education like?
I didn't have any in school. Outside of school, I had plenty, from circumstances. And it taught me very valuable lessons that are instilled in me now, and they are at the root of the relationship, my relationship with money. But I didn't have any education at school at all, but obviously it was quite a while ago. It's there now, isn't it? And it's got to be encouraged, definitely.
In an interview you gave to the national press, You talked about your own family's financial hardship and how your mother was declared bankrupt while you were a child when your father left the family home. How has that experience influenced the personal finance lessons you deliver at work?
I have encountered the highs and lows of financial stability. Within reason, I'm happy to discuss openly with the pupils um, the situations, not so much detail, but situations that you can find yourself in through no fault of your own, through unexpected circumstances. I'm a huge advocate of self-sufficiency and contingency planning, and this definitely comes across in the lessons. The pupils know that they need their own bank account no matter who they're with, and they can have a shared one for bills if they want, but they must have their own. Being financially savvy is definitely our mantra in this school, and that's what they bought me a cup with financially savvy on, and things like that. So it's generally coming across to them, I think.
What are your top 3 tips for teaching secondary school children about money?
I think you definitely, the top one is definitely link it to their own needs, wants, and aspirations. You've got to make it relevant for them. And as I say, if hair extensions is what they want, then hair extensions is what we'll talk about. Definitely, then teach the importance of budgeting and contingency planning, and make it fun. Make it fun for them to learn. Encourage them that money's it has good points, has bad points, and as long as they're managing it properly, then they will be okay in the longer term.
You have a background in financial services. What prompted the switch to teaching, and how does that background help you deliver financial education lessons?
Um, Financial crisis 2008. I was in right in it, and for a few years after that, we battled on. I was at RBS, so obviously there was big changes going on there, and I was in a commercial banking business development role. The tightening of lending, etc., made that role redundant. And rather than then go to an alternative role in the sector, given the problems that the sector was having at the time, I just decided that I would go for a change. I had a lot of personal experiences, stories, things that have happened over the years in my banking career that I could then share with pupils. And it gives them, they remember the real life stories more than what's in the book sometimes. And then they can convey them when they get into their exams. It just gives them better content, I think. So that was my main reason for changing.
If you have your own children, do you find it as easy to teach them about finances?
Yeah, I have a teenage son now, just about to do his GCSEs, and he's almost as thrifty as I am, not quite, but not because he particularly has to be. We're in a better situation. However, he does understand the importance of budgeting, and now with the increase in energy prices, he's aware that we're going to have to spend more money on those sort of things, and he is aware, and he's very good. But I think that's because I've instilled that into him over the years. So yeah, he's quite good.
What's the one personal finance lesson you would like the young people you teach to remember?
It's the good debt, bad debt, definitely. Good debt, bad debt. Incorporating the ABC of borrowing, is it affordable? Is it beneficial? And what will be the consequences if you cannot pay it back? Yeah, that's the one. And that's what they take with them, hopefully.
What will the school do with the £5,000 prize money from Interactive Investor?
So we desperately need some extra IT, hence the new laptop today, to allow us to continue to deliver the qualification. It's very online, and demand is for the IT, definitely. So we're hoping to buy the plan was, even before I won this, was to get a set of exam laptops that we can just use for the on-demand exams, so we don't have to wait for a room and book it out and then hope the technology's working. So I can just literally say, we finished that unit, let's do the exam, and that's what we're hoping for. So that 5,000 is a massive boost. So thank you very much for that.
Finally, what does winning this award mean to you?
Um, it's great, and it's a fabulous award. It really puts the school on the map in terms of the financial studies that we do and the hard work we've put in over the last 8 years. Our school catchment area is extremely varied, and I'm passionate about teaching these life skills to pupils right across the spectrum. So the award helps to highlight and promote the importance of what we've been striving to achieve as a department, as a school, and towards the curriculum for Wales. Shows pupils that the real life experiences they face are not only being taught but recognised as a valuable part of their education.